Tick-tock, motherfucker!
Hey everybody, it's Chris Bumber here again from JoBlo.com with another video movie review, and this time we're taking a look at the highly anticipated, by some anyway, the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. In it, Ryan Reynolds, once again playing Michael Bryce, the world's best bodyguard, finds himself stripped of his AAA rating and unlicensed. Now, pay attention to this because this turns out to be very important and is mentioned every 2 minutes in the movie. So, the reason he's lost his license is because he took a bullet for his mortal enemy, Darius Kincaid, who's the world's most infamous assassin and is played by Samuel Jackson. On a forced sabbatical, his vacation in Capri is interrupted by the arrival of Kincaid's wife, Sonia, played by Salma Hayek, who wants Michael's help to help rescue her husband, who's been kidnapped. And of course, hijinks ensue. Now, first things first, I wasn't a very big fan of the Hitman's Bodyguard, but there were things about it that I liked, and I understood why it was a hit. Ryan Reynolds and Samuel Jackson have pretty good chemistry together, and I think that Reynolds was actually very well cast as the fastidious Bryce, and I enjoyed the fact that him and Samuel Jackson are such a mismatched pair that, it kind of worked. The movie also had a super evil villain played by Gary Oldman and some fun action scenes, and it was pretty well directed by the Expendables 3 director Patrick Hughes. While that movie was essentially a straightforward action flick with heavy doses of comedy, the genre has been swapped here in almost exactly the same way production company Lionsgate did when they made Red 2. They took what was essentially a straightforward action movie and turned it into an all-out wacky comedy franchise complete with a goofy score and the fact that there's no stakes at all and absolutely no drama. Everything, and I mean everything in this movie is played for laughs. One might even call it wacky in quotation marks. And it does not work. It doesn't work for a second. Ryan Reynolds, for his part, works absolute overtime to try and sell this new comic vibe, but man, they really leave him high and dry here. The movie is a total cartoon from start to finish. For instance, there's a running gag that Reynolds' character keeps getting hit by cars throughout, with CGI showing him being knocked around a la Deadpool, only for him to pick himself up and brush himself off. And it's like they tried to make him Deadpool or Free Guy, but didn't bother to throw in the conceit that makes that acceptable in those movies. Granted, a big action movie doesn't always need to have a ton of logic, but come on guys, this really pushes it. The premise is basically that Bryce and Kincaid are brought together by Darius's wife, Sonia, and all three are being blackmailed by a CIA officer played by a ridiculously underused Frank Grillo, who wants them to take down a Greek magnate played by noted Greek thespian Antonio Banderas. Note the sarcasm here, people. Who wants to destroy Europe in a bid to rebuild Greece's economy. It's unbelievably stupid, but all involved try really hard, with Banderas mugging with the best of them, although seeing him and Salma Hayek together makes you wish for another Desperado rather than, well, whatever this is. Hayek's got a much bigger role than she did in the last movie as Kincaid's crazy but very likable wife, with her being essentially the third lead, or even the second, because I think that in this one her screen time actually dwarfs Samuel Jackson's. The idea is that her and Darius want to start a family but can't conceive, the closest thing to any kind of pathos the movie has. But I'll give it this. The idea that they're setting up with them not being able to conceive leads to the one really solid joke in the movie, which pays off in the very last scene and almost makes me want to see another Hitman's something or other movie. But not quite. Reynolds and Jackson still have pretty good chemistry, and Hayek is totally game, but the action is barely passable. Sure, there's a lot of carnage and they milk the R rating for some gory headshots, but 24 hours after seeing it, I can barely recall any cool action moments, except for a fight that's only noteworthy because it involves 84-year-old Morgan Freeman being a credible badass despite some CGI trickery. He has a top secret part that's actually quite clever, but turns out to be horribly two-dimensional. A shame, as some actual stakes and a tiny bit of drama may have actually come out of his role and his casting. What's also insane is that Frank Grillo, who's turning into a huge action star with movies like Boss Level, never gets in on the action at all, with him basically playing exposition guy. I mean, why cast muscle-bound, badass Frank Grillo if he's gonna be the exposition guy? It's like he's in the Paul Giamatti role. It just doesn't work. What a waste. Jackson also seems a lot less prominent this time, with them relying on him saying motherfucker a lot, but in the first movie he actually had an arc and a killer last scene with Gary Oldman's baddie. In fact, I'd say in a lot of ways he was the lead of the Hitman's Bodyguard. Bodyguard. And for some reason, Gary Oldman is credited in this movie despite the fact that he's not in it. Well, you do see him in a second of stock footage from the original, but surely that's not enough to actually get him credited. Must have been some interesting contract work that they had left over from the first movie. Overall, The Hitman's Bodyguard's Wife is a huge misfire and tanks what could have been an okay B-grade side franchise for Reynolds. But again, why is this series suddenly a comedy? It's like they were trying to make it Deadpool or they were trying to make it Free Guy, but they just didn't have the talent involved to make it work. Too bad. I give this movie a very abysmal 4 on 10, and in fact would be lower if only the last joke in the movie didn't make me laugh quite as much as it did.
Hey there, future Michael. It's today, Michael. I think you'd be proud to know that I'm officially on sabbatical, and I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. In fact, for the first time since Kincaid killed Kurosawa, I'm starting to imagine a life without bodyguarding. This really feels like a new beginning.
Let's go, Bree!
I know you! Don't I know you?
Sonia Kincaid. The mafia took my husband. We have to go get him.
No. I'm not getting involved in this. I'm under strict psychological order. Finally, Darius isn't haunting my dreams.
Come on, let's go!
You are vile!
And in my dreams I've kissed your lips 1,000 times.
Hang on. What is he doing here?
I believe it's pronounced, thank you.
For what?
For saving your life again and again and again.
You said, baby, get me Michael Brice.
What? No. I said, baby, I need help. Get anyone but Michael Bryce.
What?
He is the most annoying.
Excuse me! I have 20/20 hearing. I can hear you. The dead guys can hear you. How many times have you nearly got me killed?
Not enough. Come on, baby, let's get out of here before he starts the in-flight safety demonstration.
This reminds me of the spa back at the hotel.
Really?
Not at all.
Okay, let's blast this mother.
Whoa. Okay, no. You go in there guns blazing. They're gonna get trigger happy inside, then it's bye-bye Darius. He asked for me. He needs me. So we're gonna do this my way. That means no killing, no guns, and no blood. Boring is always best. Understood? Of course not. Jesus Christ! What have you done?
Yeah, a little bit too fresh.
I specifically said no killing.
I'm not on sabbatical.
Where is your shirt?
You know what I just realized? I'll treat this as a lovely road trip through Italy, and I'll just pretend that you are still my devoted husband. I am. And you, Breeze, you will be the human luggage. Yes. We are now on honeymoon.
First of all, it's a mission. Second of all, and just so we're clear, I promised my therapist no bodyguarding, so I'm not protecting either one.
This is not mission. This is honeymoon.
Hey! Eyes on road! Eyes on road!
Babies need to be created in a stimulating environment. I must be aroused by sightseeing, shopping, fine dining, but we are officially on honeymoon.
For real?
Did she say fine dining?
Yeah.
Let's not do that. Guys, let's just focus on the road here. Oh.
Can we do?
All right. I got it. No, it's fine. You guys have at it. Maybe feather the brake a bit. Maybe feather the brake a bit.
Action!
Ryan.
Say hello to my little fellows.
Yeah, right. 1, Emperor! Good.
There is nothing greater in life than a natural, pure, strong, and solid ejaculation.
I care about Bobby's dreams. I do. Bob, quick sidebar. First off, huge Red Sox fan. Celtics, Bruins, Patriots, you name it, even the...
If you like what you see, make sure to click on the bell to receive all the latest notifications from JoBlo videos. We're an independent company, and we appreciate all of your support.